In fact, you may be sitting here having followed Jesus for many years, but the blessedness seems to have slipped away. Where did it go? And how can I get it back? Sometimes it feels almost like your faith is a dead battery in your car. Has anybody here ever had a dead battery in their car? A few people. Well, I'd like to illustrate how sometimes it feels when you have a dead battery in your car. You got a car that's dead. It won't start. When your car is dead and it won't start, we need to find a power source. When your faith is dead and it won't start, you need to find a power source. A lot of people will try and find that power source by coming to church and getting really into music and singing along, or going out and doing really good things for people. Or maybe they even try other things. And they get spread out and they get spread thin. But nothing seems to have the power to bring back the blessed life. Well, that's when you need to get connected to a power source. This is the beatitudery that you need. It's the beatitudery. And once you're out and you try to connect to other things, and folks, I'm going to try and mix silliness with seriousness. I have seen people of faith go out and the joy and the blessedness leaves their life. And so they even step out of church. They try and hook on to entertainment, to TVs and movies and stuff like that. Or they try and hook on to chemicals, to alcohol, to drugs and stuff like that. They get connected to stuff, but it just doesn't start it up. It just doesn't light things up for them. They can't figure out why. May I suggest this morning that if the blessed life seems to have left you, you need to get hooked up to the beatitudery. Now, first the ground, then the power. Okay? You need to get hooked up to something that will give you the power that you need. Fill in the blank number 3. Did I give it to you already? I'm a little flustered. I'm just thanking the Lord at this point that everything is working. Do you need a jump start to your faith? Do you need a jump start to your faith? I believe the Beatitudes is the battery of blessedness we need to connect to so the power of Jesus can flow to us and through us. We need to hook up. Now, I want to be very clear. This is you. This is you. This is the church, the jumper cables. This is the Beatitudes. And the power that is inside here is Jesus. Okay, just to make sure the analogy holds together. And it's when you make that connection that the power starts to flow. So now that we've hooked up here, let's hook up to the Beatitudes. I know they were already recited so beautifully. And I'm going to read in addition verses 1 and 2. But I'm in your Bible in chapter 5. I'm going to read verses 1 through 12. Is anyone being completely blinded at this point by the headlights? Just look down in your Bible and it won't blind you. Isn't that easy? Here we go. Now when he saw the crowds, he went up on a mountainside and sat down. His disciples came to him and he began to teach them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Now, over the next few months, we're going to explore the Beatitudes. And we're going to try to keep you connected to them. Because I believe thoroughly that there is a blessed life that we can find in the Beatitudes as we read them and as we begin to understand them. Now, unlike the battery that was running these lights, they will run down. The battery will slowly lose power as power goes out. But can you imagine 10 self-sustaining, perpetually recharging power sources? Jesus intends his disciples to run on this power. Then and now, to be blessed and also to be a blessing. But for today, as a means of introduction, I only want to unpack one word from this text, because it is an extremely important word. It's a word that's repeated many, many times. Can anybody guess what that word is? Blessed. You are exactly right. I believe we need to understand this term in order to understand the text. And so we're going to unpack that one term right now. Fill in the blank number 1. Fill in the blank number 4. The Greek word of the day is makarios. And it means blessed. Makarios. Can you say makarios? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Makarios. I didn't know you spoke Greek. Sounds like Greek to me.